Hello everybody, welcome to me playing the Binding of Isaac. I'm making these because, I used to watch Northernlion play Isaac, and now he doesn't release episodes anymore, which is, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but may as well try and do it myself, I suppose, was my logic, at least. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do besides do it yourself, as they always say. Something like that, at least. And my train of thought is already completely absorbed. I don't know how he does this, but yeah, I've been watching the Isaac episodes from Northernlion for like years now, and it's weird not having them every day, so may as well take this opportunity, maybe get in a routine or something. I don't even know what I'm gonna say during these, so if you're watching, yeah, don't really expect too much. Oh god, I also suck at the game, so I haven't played in a while. I think it's a pretty interesting game to have like a backdrop while you're talking though. What? This. Oh. Alright, I should probably keep talking. What is a good thing to talk about? Movies? I don't know. I'm not really gonna talk about the game much because anyone who oh no. Who wants to learn about Isaac is probably much more knowledge than me about the state of the game. But yeah. This is like my save file that I was playing on. So obviously I have nothing unlocked because I suck, but if anyone actually wants to see a new save file or something, I could probably do that too. Dear God. Well, I'm gonna die in this room, so I guess I'll have to start another run. Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, what are good things to talk about? Movies. Just saw the Batman recently. That was pretty cool. Although I did go into it with the expectation of liking it. I'm not really sure how much that affects the enjoyment of the movie. There were some things I definitely disliked that I feel like if I went into the movie blind would have affected my opinion of it more. Like sometimes they would do this thing. Wait, does Mob's wig generate spiders when you don't hit stuff? I didn't know that. Anyway, they did this thing, where when he would walk into scene, he has these really loud boots, and they would just clank along, which I didn't have a problem with that. What I had a problem with is the music that they played every single time when he entered scene. And I'm not really a huge music guy, but it was a very like repetitive tune, and I'm just holy crap. I'm just like not really sure what it added to the movie, to be honest. It's kind of like, you guys ever see Taxi Driver? Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Where, opening a lot of scenes, they would just play that tune. That was, I guess I should go to the hall path or something. I don't know, try and get some completion marks. But yeah, they would play this tune. But I feel like in Taxi Driver, it served to like illustrate the monotony of life that the main character was feeling, which was like pretty vital to the plot, I think. But I'm not really sure what it did in the Batman. So I still really enjoyed the movie, but part of me wonders maybe I would have complained about that more if I did not hear from multiple people that it's a good movie. It's also super long, so the fact they play that like 7 times really doesn't help. Man, what are these enemies? Alright. Yeah, that's like the only movie I've seen recently, so I guess that's the end of that. Last movie I saw was probably Dune. Man, I love that movie. But not much to talk about. Well, I mean, there is a lot to talk about there, but you know, it requires too much brain power to really get into it. And it's kind of cool how they had the reflections here, you know? Oh, don't want to ramble too much. But yeah. You know, I thought about introducing myself with my tag, "How am I not dead yet?" But I don't think my tag is actually meant, the tag I use, you know, for like Steam and all the games I play, I don't think my tag is meant to be pronounced. I'm gonna be real. Like, it just does not roll off the tongue any way you choose to. Well, I'm dead. It just does not roll off the tongue any way you choose to pronounce it. Is this seriously the same room as... No, this is a different room. Oh, you know, this room was in Northernlion's Isaac episode today. That's crazy. Oh my fucking god. It's like 300 and something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, what the hell is wrong with me? Yeah, the point is, I don't really have like Northernlion. He's got Northernlion. That's a pretty sick name, right? Pretty easy to say. It's like comprised of other English words. Mine is not. It's like a random jumble of letters. So, I mean, usually people just call me by my name. Dave. That is my name. So, yeah, I guess that's my go-to. Oh, what else to talk about? Grocery store anecdotes? That's what Northernlion usually does, right? Went to the grocery store with my friends the other day, and they're from California, right? And we live in like the Midwest right now. And then all they did was just complain about how Midwest food is garbage. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's probably true. I asked my other friend, who's also from California. Well, he's not from California. He, like, you know, spent a lot of his childhood in the Midwest, but like he's now living in California, and he's like, yeah, Midwest food is garbage compared to California food. So I guess it's true. The way he explained it was like something with being closer to the sea, so like imported fruits would take less travel time overall, stuff like that. I mean, it made sense, don't get me wrong, but like, how much better can it be, you know? How much better can it be? And I'm sure it's like much better, but I've been to California. I don't specifically remember the fruit being anything to write home about, but then again, out of all the things to remember from a vacation, I guess fruit really isn't one of them. You know, funny story about that grocery store trip. We were going with the only intention was to get butter, right? Because we didn't have butter and we were making banana bread. So we got that. That's, you know, good. Oh, 3 spirit hearts. Wow, look at that. I do not have a key. And so yeah, we got the butter, and then we got home, and then we realized, of course, that we had enough butter, so we didn't even have to go to the grocery store. But you know, that's besides the point. We're making banana bread, and then I guess the story really starts with us making cookies like a week earlier, and by us I mean like, you know, my roommates. I wasn't involved in the cookie making process, although I was involved in the banana bread making process, but damn, I suck. Yeah, we were using like flour, obviously, to make the cookies, and by we I mean they, and they were like getting it from like an unmarked unmarked container. And, you know, we all assumed it was flour, because, you know, what else would it be? But turns out it was not flour. It was powdered sugar. And while we were making the banana bread, we did realize this, but not before adding a cup and a half of the powdered sugar to the banana bread. So, honestly, we just added a cup and a half of flour to it, and it didn't really taste that sweet. Honestly, I expected it would be more. I don't know how much powdered sugar, you know, 1.5 cups would be in proportion to the overall sugar content of the banana bread, but I guess like not as much as I thought it would be. You know, bananas, they got sugar, right? A lot of sugar. We used like 1 more banana than the recipe recommended too, so. Well, I guess that would make it even sweeter. Anyway, the banana bread was good. The cookies earlier that did not have any flour in them were not. One of our friends still liked them though and ate a bunch of them. That's messed up, man. Like, they weren't even solid and they were so sweet. Anyway, I'm not one to judge. So what's going on in this run? I am trying to go to the alt path, but did not have any keys, so hope I'll get one of those on this floor, am I right? Oh, cool. What excellent timing. But yeah, the flow of consciousness, surprisingly hard to do. I can't even remember what I talked about. Movies. Oh yeah, the Batman. Hey, Mom's wig. That showed up again. And then we got that little banana bread thing. What else is there to talk about? I guess other games. That's a classic. Been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately, as has everyone else. And I think it's pretty amazing, as does everyone else. I do have a couple of complaints though. Well, the first being the frame rate issues, but you know, that's just it's not really a design perspective complaint. It's more of like just a technical thing, so it's pretty boring to talk about. Like the, you know, the frame rate would be better fixed. That's the end of that. But in terms of actual like design complaints, I prefer the way Dark Souls handled upgrade materials like Titanite and stuff. The progression feels like whack in my opinion in Elden Ring, because you know, in Dark Souls the areas aren't big. You go through them, you find like basically everything. In Elden Ring you have to go in like 17 different directions and find like specific caves to get you these is this Judas's shadow or my shadow? I thought I had item description mods turned on, but I guess not. Damn it. Let's just open this real quick. But yeah, like, you know, in Dark Souls 3, for example, you got your Titanite shards. Easy. You can get like a +3 weapon once you leave like Undead Settlement or something, right? And like you can get infinite wait, I can hold true trinkets. Oh yeah, that's what the item does. You can get infinite Titanite shards, like I think right before Abyss Watchers maybe? Like the ashes on that tower up to the old Wolf of Farron. I think those give Titanite shards. And then you can get 2 large Titanite shards before you even fight Abyss Watchers. And then you get a bunch of large Titanite shards in like the catacombs of Karthus and stuff. You know, like the lake, Smoldering Lake or whatever. And then I honestly don't know where you get the ashes to buy large Titanite shards, but it's like it feels like kind of more natural in my opinion than Elden Ring, where you'll get like smithing stone 9s before you get smithing stone like 4s. And I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just sit here, and then as soon as I get like like, because there was a point where I had a somber smithing stone 7, 8, and 9, but I did not have 5 or 6. And then I got like a 6, and I'm like, okay, so once I get a 5, my weapon's just gonna go up. Or maybe I didn't have the 7. Yeah, something like that. The point is, it's just like you're looking for this one smithing stone, and then you get it all of a sudden, and your weapon is like 3 times more powerful, which is, I mean, not 3 times, but it's kind of like that, because the way defenses and like attack rating work. Yep. That's all I have to say about that, I guess. Other than that, really, really great game. Although I don't really like the horse combat that much, you know? Like, I don't really play these games to run around on a horse and press. Why did I do that? Why did I take that item? Press R1 and L1 depending on which enemy is besides me. You know. But I guess it does add a little bit of, I don't know what it adds to the game, but it adds something. Whoa. So how's this run going? It's going alright, I guess. Not really much to talk about. But yeah, really, really good game. I played a Dexane character on my first playthrough. Oh yeah, I know, creative. Use the Moon Veil. It's the most broken weapon I've ever played in a Souls game. Because I actually got into the Souls franchise after Dark Souls 3 came out, and like after all the patches to everything, so... Oh, patches. But yeah. You know, honestly, one thing I really enjoy about Elden Ring is that the NPC quest lines seem much more forgiving than Dark Souls 3 in particular. Because in Dark Souls 3, like, it actually is, if you miss like a incredibly hyper-specific encounter with an NPC in an area that you've already passed before like beating a specific boss, then the quest line is over and you can't get like, oh, the Dark Moon Talisman or whatever. I can't remember if that's what it, but like serious, so that maybe it's the Sunless Talisman. Yeah, that sounds more right. But Elden Ring, like, I didn't even find patches for a while, but I was able to, you know, do like most of his quest lines still, even though I almost beat the boss of Volcano Manor before, so that actually would have hard logged me out of the quest line, but it gave me like, you know, that's like a lot of time in between when you're first supposed to encounter him and like beating the boss of Volcano Manor. Well, I don't want this to get too Elden Ring focused, or do I? I mean, that's basically all I've been doing. Past couple days. Yeah. Trying to think of other games. Played some Rogue Legacy 2. Big fan of roguelites. Binding of Isaac was the first roguelite I ever played. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I still suck at it though, even though I have like almost 200 hours. But yeah, Rogue Legacy 2, it's not released yet, but it's looking to be a pretty good game. Although Rogue Legacy is pretty interesting because, wait, how do I get back into my body? Isn't there a way to get back into your body? After you... What's going on here? Anyway. Rogue Legacy 2, yeah, that's a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Can't wait until it actually releases, but until then, I feel like if I step into these fires, I'm gonna die, so I'm just gonna go on to the next floor. Cool. Yeah, one thing about Rogue Legacy is that it's just like requires a lot of skill, which again I don't really have when it comes to playing video games. Wait, why am I still the Lost? This is not how I thought this game worked. Alright, something is very wrong here. Oh wait, I'm not the Lost anymore. Man, I have no idea how this game works. Um, I mean, I'm sure it's like some sort of thing that's super obvious, you know, but I don't have the mental capacity to think about that right now. Rogue Legacy 2, what a game, what a game. It does require a lot of skill though, which I already said, now that I'm thinking about it. Because like, you know, in Isaac you get like a million items, and sometimes you just get a run where it's like, you literally cannot lose, no matter what you do. As long as you just shoot at the enemies, you should be good. Rogue Legacy 2, you don't get items, man. Like, and even if you do get items, there's like resolve. It's like the mechanic in that game where it's like taking an item costs resolve. It's like every item is a devil deal. And once you reach a low enough resolve, your max HP just gets lowered by the amount of resolve you lose for taking an item. So you can't even like stack up a bunch of items even if you wanted to. And the items just like don't even do that much. So you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta like fight the bosses. I have gone on record saying that I think 2D games are almost universally harder than 3D games, man. They just make them like incredibly ridiculous and make dodging like, oh, here, have this like dodge window that's like 2 pixels larger than your character model that you have to do consistently in order to beat this boss, or else it'll kill you in like 2 of these attacks. And you're like, okay, yeah, I mean, you only have 4 directions you move, so precision is easier, but like I feel like they overcompensate and just make it impossible to dodge anything. You know, Dark Souls, I don't even think Dark Souls is that hard compared to like hard 2D games like Dead Cells, Rogue Legacy. Maybe I just suck at 2D games, but I don't know. Dead Cells, I've beaten 1 boss cell exactly. I have never just blast this guy. I have never gotten past that. Maybe I'm just bad at 2D games though. But Dark Souls, I beat all Dark Souls games, not Bloodborne because I don't have a PlayStation, and not Sekiro because I suck and gave up because I wasn't having fun. But hey, you know, I think I could have beaten it if I wanted to. I just didn't have as much fun as I did with Dark Souls with it. I think it's because like you can't really get any new items or anything. It's like the sense of exploration just like isn't there for me, which is part of the reason I love playing Dark Souls so much, and part of the reason I like Elden Ring as a continuation of the formula. So what the hell is this boss, man? How? But yeah, I don't know. I just think 2D games are harder. Played Salt and Sanctuary. That game actually wasn't that hard, but I guess it depends on your build or whatever. Okay. Oh my god, why did I walk into that? Also, why did I take devil deals? Yeah, something about him, man. Just short circuits my brain and I can't dodge these attacks in 2D games. By 2D I usually mean like side scroller. I guess Isaac is technically 2D, but it's like top down. I don't usually find like bullet hells as hard. Then again, I never really did get far in Gungeon. Play a lot of roguelites. And some of them are just ridiculously hard. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun never beating them. So, speaking of never beating, I am not going to survive this run, even though it's gotten me like a bunch of good items. I finally understand why Northernlion, he misses so much stuff. It's hard. It's hard to think about things and talk about things at the same time as playing Isaac. It's just like I don't even know what that item does. I think it creates like a toxic mist or something. I don't know. You know what? I got BFF, man, so I'll... Yeah, don't want to silence too much. I guess a little bit about Isaac. Never played. How do you even do this room, man? Oh. I never played Anti-Birth, which I believe is the mod that Repentance is, well, not based off of, but at least takes a. Whoa, you can walk in between these? That's crazy, man. Why did I open this shop? Yeah, it's pretty crazy how they just like, the mod was just so well liked that they just kind of like worked with the people and brought it to the real game. I don't want to play that. Oh, crack key. How did I get that? I'd like to talk a little bit more about Elden Ring. Started leveling some other characters. Everyone's complaining that Bleed is OP, just like in Dark Souls 3, but I never played at the start of Dark Souls 3 when Bleed was OP, so I don't know what that means. I do wish the game was a little clearer about like buffable and like Ash of Wars. Because like in Dark Souls 3, you know, you got weapons that can be infused, weapons that can be buffed, but not infused. And if you infuse a weapon with certain things that it does not let you buff it after, like any elemental infusion, like magic or fire or whatever. You just like won't be able to buff it, which is like, you know, a normal way to do it until you get like that like Lothric Greatsword, which has elemental damage, but for some reason you can still buff it. And it just does like 1,000,000 damage if you make the right build. I don't know if there are any weapons like that in Elden Ring. You know, they did actually patch the game already. I think they nerfed the Hoarfrost Stomp as a weapon art people were using, apparently. You know what it also doesn't explain? How infusion works, like, at all. Like, oh, if I use a magic Ash of War, but I just keep the physical infusion, does the magic damage scale with my weapon damage, like my AR, or my like int, you know? Which, I mean, I think I saw somewhere that it's your weapon damage that your weapon art scales with no matter what. Which is, I mean, it makes sense to do it, but it does like just give mixed damage weapon arts to like every build imaginable, which isn't bad per se, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I do like the Ashes of War system. I mean, I'm not sure if it'll actually lead to more build variability, but it definitely seems like it might. Got nothing else really to talk about. Trying to start cooking more recently. Shit's pretty impossible. You know, I just don't understand people who are good at cooking. Spend like an hour and a half cooking something, and I'm like, damn, that takes will. That I do not have currently, but recently found myself with a lot of free time, so maybe. You know, what sucks is just like everything is so expensive if you want to cook, and then it's like the ingredients, they don't even last, so you have to use them immediately. Like, what's up with that? Oh my god, I missed the... Wait, do I have 2 spirit hearts? Oh, I don't even have the second knife piece, so it doesn't matter. Excellent. God. Alright, maybe I'll just die here, and it'll be the most underwhelming episode ever created. Oh. Yeah, I didn't mean to like copy Northernlion or anything. It's just like, you know, it's sort of like a daily ritual thing. And I no longer have said daily rituals, so maybe I'll just make a new one. who knows? I don't know if anyone else is similarly missing the Isaac episodes, but ooh, an XL floor. But yeah, it's just like, I don't even know what just hit me there. It's hard to go on without the daily Isaac episodes. Let's talk more about movies, because I got nothing else to talk about. You know what's one movie I really like? Oh god. I'm thinking of ending. Oh, okay, well. I think I'm gonna end it now. I might make more. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, even, really. So, you know, if you liked it, whatever, but see you guys.